Welcome to DasGeek. Many of you may not know that I'm a part of an amazing podcast called Destination Linux. And in this clip that I'm about to show you, we've gotten a lot of great feedback from the community about how it changed their perspective on the importance of gaming, even if gaming's not something of interest to you, how it can impact the adoption in an ecosystem like Linux. So let's take a look at that clip now and check it out.
Cue music, fancy scene graphics,
and we retransition back into the show.
Well, what I want to touch on is we've received feedback before that I skip every time the rest of your episode when you get into gaming because I don't care about gaming. Well, as you know, I've been exploring and playing into the Apple ecosystem to find out what it is that has built a $1.5 trillion empire over there that Linux doesn't have. And what I have found, you're going to get a preview of the videos here that are coming, is that, in fact, Linux has things that Mac OS could never dream of. For instance, the gaming platform on Linux is so vastly superior to Mac OS because of their choice to go 64-bit only and basically wipe out 70% of the Steam store. The ability to use Proton that we have is so vastly superior that Linux has a leg up in this arena. And if you think that doesn't matter, the gaming industry is worth $152 billion. Now, that doesn't sound a lot because we just used the $1.5 trillion figure, but let's put this in perspective. The global box office for movies, where we have all these award shows and everything else talking about all these celebrities and these big budget films, they are $41.7 billion globally. The entire music industry is $19.1 billion globally. So let me repeat the gaming value of $152 billion worth of customers, in which Linux, for the first time ever, is now dominating an almost unequal ground with Windows, or getting close as it's ever been before. It's a big deal when we cover gaming. A big deal. It should matter to everybody.
Let me ask you this. Is it a fair summation to say that developers are going towards the world of Windows with WSL, but gamers are gaining more stable ground? Maybe we're not stealing people away from Windows yet, but we're gaining stable ground on the gaming side.
I mean, yeah, Linux, compared to Mac OS, which obviously has 19% of the market share, whereas Linux has, let's give it 3% because nobody really knows, but we know it's somewhere between 2 and 3%, has a vastly improved gaming experience over any Apple machine out there. So that's just customers to take. It's just customers to go steal. And the gaming market is massive, and Steam's push, what they've done for Linux Desktop and Codeweavers, what they've done together as a team to bring gaming to Linux, has opened up a whole new arena of potential users of the Linux Desktop. And it's not some small little market where a bunch of kids are coming over. It's a $156 billion market that really matters to capture, and Linux is leagues above anything Apple has. Apple's out there just trying to push their Apple Arcade with a bunch of, kid pixelated games out there because you can only play half of your games on a Mac if you even have a powerful one enough to play it. That's a big deal and something that the Linux community should really be talking about. So even if you don't care about gaming, you should care about gaming or the adoption of Linux.
Yeah, and also just in addition to that, because we have, like, Proton, like you said, is an amazing thing that we have. And if you haven't seen it, there's a latest video from Linus Tech Tips where they were talking about Linux gaming has basically become a big game changer now because of Proton and because of the ease of use of getting started and having things work. And
Linus, with millions of subscribers, when he started to care about Linux, is when gaming on Linux actually got to the point where it was good. Yes. Beforehand, he had done a couple videos and things, but nobody cared. But at the point he starts making videos saying, hey, Linux games actually run faster on Linux than they do on Windows, well, yeah, that's going to get you a ton of views. That's going to get a lot of people thinking. And on Reddit, again, a lot of people were responding to that video. Oh my gosh, after that, I'm trying Linux. I'm trying Linux. I'm trying Linux. That's the type of stuff we need to be pushing instead of WSL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Is there any hope for like a Steam because so here, one of the things that gets after me for gaming just in general, but certainly gaming on Linux, is I have too many important things I have to do with my computer to experiment with this stuff, right? Is there anything I can buy where I can just buy a thing, plug it in, and play games on Linux? Does that exist?
Would you consider the Steam stream? What is it called?
Well, I was thinking the Steam Link. Yeah,
Steam Link. That's it.
that's kind of what I'm
Steam
thinking.
Link. I still think you have to have a computer. You'd have to have a dedicated PC for that. But you know, some of the stuff me and you were talking about offline, Noah, that amazing Intel Skull Nook, you know, that would be a sweet gaming machine that you could hook up an eGPU to and have a very small kind of media center that plays your games that you use Steam Link to move it to your televisions and everywhere else throughout the house. So we just found a reason for you to get away with buying that and your wife won't yell at you.
Well, another
Sweet.
thing,
I'm all in.
Another thing that's cool about it is that the Steam Link doesn't exist anymore as far as a product goes. You can't purchase the Steam Link anymore. And the reason you can't is because they made it where any computer, including a Raspberry Pi, can become a Steam Link using their software that they released.
Yeah.
Which is even more amazing because you can just use things that you already have to create a Steam Link.
And I know you have
I'm
enough
super
Raspberry
lazy,
Pis.
and these things are available on eBay for $6.50. So I kind of feel like I might just buy a Steam Link.
I mean, you totally could just buy a Steam Link if you wanted to. I have a Steam Link
it still
too.
works.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
The fact that you can use it with a Raspberry Pi makes it so more accessible to so many people. That's the thing that excites me about what they're doing.
Start buying like 5 Raspberry Pi 4s a week.
Yeah, just build it into the budget.
Turns out you can do anything with them. So like they're just a really useful thing to have around.
Indeed. So I hope you enjoyed that clip. I hope you go to Destination Linux and subscribe to the YouTube channel and download the podcast out there. It's a fantastic podcast with an amazing crew. Sometimes they come across revelations all the time. Every once in a while, I stumble across one on the show, but I'm so proud to be a part of it and a part of the Destination Linux network. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about the discussion we had. And until next time, get out there and fill your brains.
Don't forget to subscribe! And that comes up if you like this video.